nothing, so we're gonna go right in the order of service for our great sister. Let's go to glory. God saw fit that he be with her rather she be with us.
Happy birthday to my baby. Happy birthday to my baby.
New information this morning on the shooting that killed 2 women in Arden Arcade. The Sacramento County Sheriff's Office has confirmed that 2 women died when they were shot at an apartment complex parking lot. It happened last night outside the 1100 apartment complex on Howe Avenue. Deputies say they are still searching for a suspect.
We are not going to blame the victims.
And now JoJo's little girl has to grow up without her mother.
Yesterday we had to celebrate her 12th birthday without her mother for the first time ever. This was the hardest thing I ever had to do.
Just after 10:30 p.m. on April 10th, Sacramento County sheriffs responded to a shot spotter alert and 911 call in the parking lot of the 1100 apartments on the 1100 block of Howe Avenue. Upon arrival to the scene, they would locate 2 unresponsive adult females lying in the parking lot.
Near the corner of Howe Avenue and Hurley Way, where police are investigating a shooting, and it appears that the main area of focus right now is this apartment complex just behind me. They have officers at each one of the entrances of this apartment complex. It's unclear if they're currently looking for a suspect at this point, but we do know at least 1 person has been shot, with reports that potentially 2 have been shot. The extent of their injuries is unclear at this time. But again, this is happening at Howe Avenue near Hurley Way, near the intersection here, and you can see the officers just gathering at one of the entrances here at this apartment complex. But still a lot of questions here. We are still trying to gather a lot of information.
The victims were identified as 35-year-old Laverta Pearl Robinson, known to friends and family as V, and 32-year-old Joreese Jessica Williams, known to friends and family as JoJo. Both women were sadly pronounced dead at the scene after succumbing to multiple gunshot wounds. 35-year-old Laverta Robinson was described by family and friends as a bright light whose love and smile was always felt by those she was around. V had a good heart. She never bothered anyone, stayed to herself, didn't drink or party, and never liked being in the mix. In fact, she had plans on having a baby soon. A week before her murder, she posted a meme to Facebook that read, "Something you like about me," and captioned the photo, "Tell me why you can." Her cousin commented, "Strength and independence." Then, following her passing, added the following: "I left one thing out. I loved her spirit and the way she loved and showed up for her family during the good and bad times. We're all on borrowed time, so love people while they're still here. Laverta, you always said we needed a family reunion, and I pray your flight to reunite with all the loved ones that took that journey before you was a smooth transition." Another friend said, "V. Robinson has always been the one person that always seen the glass half full in any and every situation. It was literally impossible to be mad or sad when she was around because she gave out so much positive energy, you had no choice but to feel it." 32-year-old Joreese Williams was a young, vibrant, and beautiful woman who loved being around her family and friends and making others feel loved and unforgotten. She was honest and real, with a great smile and laugh that always showed her gentle side. JoJo also had a passion for cooking. She was an amazing cook, and also a beauty and fashion influencer. Most importantly, she was a great mother to her only daughter, her twin. She was the center of her world. She always made sure she was at every softball game, basketball game, and school activity, supporting her daughter in anything she wanted to do. Sadly, JoJo lost her only brother on April 3rd, 2022, to a mass shooting that occurred in downtown Sacramento, exactly 2 years and 1 week before another tragedy would strike their family. Sergio Harris is one of 6 people to lose their lives that night.
Terrifying sounds from overnight. leaving 6 dead on K Street. One of the victims, this man, Sergio Harris. He was the first among the victims to be identified.
I have a child that's laying out there, and I want some answers.
Harris's mom telling us their family stood on K Street waiting since 2:30 this morning. Hours later, police confirmed Harris was killed overnight.
I don't even think this is real. I feel like it's a dream.
His wife, Leticia Harris, shared with us this picture, saying Sergio was a father of 3. She describes him as a provider. He could always be found teaching their children life lessons.
Ironically, just a little over a week before JoJo herself would lose her life, she would post clips from her brother's funeral with the following caption: "Missing you so much, brother. Forever heartbroken." Rightfully so, friends and family of both victims were shocked, confused, and outraged. Who could do something like this, and why? The shocking truth would take everyone by surprise, as the details of what went on behind the scenes soon came to the forefront. Shortly after 2 p.m. on April 12th, Sacramento County sheriffs responded to the parking lot near Arden Fair Mall for the apprehension of a potential suspect connected to the double homicide. Investigators tracked down 32-year-old well-known chef Ricky Hunter to a nearby AT&T store. The incident drew a large law enforcement presence to the area, with the Sacramento Police Department using social media to inform people to avoid the scene near Arden and Challenge Ways. Customers and employees at nearby stores were told to shelter in place until the area could be secured. Not wanting to risk the safety of anyone else inside the store, police waited for Hunter to exit the store and return to his vehicle. Investigators at the time considered him to be armed and dangerous and didn't want to take any chances. Minutes later, Hunter walked out of the store and got into his vehicle. Detectives and deputies moved in to take him into custody at gunpoint, using their vehicles to block his car from leaving the parking spot. After spotting detectives, Hunter reached for a gun and was ultimately shot once in the chest. Deputies moved in and provided immediate life-saving measures before medics took him in an ambulance to a hospital. By 3:45 p.m., a large portion of the parking lot in front of the AT&T store remained closed off with yellow crime scene tape as investigators examined the vehicle. The driver's side window was shattered, presumably from the shotgun blast. Sergeant Amar Gandhi, a spokesman for the Sacramento County Sheriff's Office, said deputies and detectives at the scene did not fire any gunshots.
From there, deputies were able to, again, pull him out of the car, administer first aid, administered a chest seal, actually saved him. So as of right now, he is still alive from our last update, was transported to the hospital, and that's where we are right now.
Although Hunter was alive when he initially arrived to the hospital, he would subsequently pass away just hours later. So you may be wondering, how did it all come to this? What is the connection between Ricky Hunter, Laverta Robinson, and Jerice Williams? There have been several speculations that Ricky murdered JoJo and V due to the fact that both of them planned on exposing his alleged Downlow lifestyle. A family member of Ricky commented the following: "Ricky is my cousin. We knew for years he was gay, never judged him, but he was not living his truth." Someone else said, "Was just talking to dude a few days before. He had some demons, but damn." Other speculations allege that he murdered both women after discovering that the two were involved in a relationship. Several Facebook posts allude to the fact that JoJo and Ricky were together, I'm sure at some point in time. However, according to JoJo's Facebook page on March 28th, she's been single for a year, and anyone that wanted to slide in her DMs were free to do so. A Facebook post stated, "Damn, it's crazy. Ricky just posted on his Snapchat before it happened and posted JoJo on his Snap, so it had to be some relationship, jealousy type stuff. Can't play both sides having one person thinking it's something and it's not, and playing with somebody else's feeling, because look what happens. Stuff like this. You really don't know how that person is feeling about you." Another post read, "There's a text message saying something about a transgender from him and someone else. The text messages that was posted show the date. There's also screenshots of JoJo posting him and how much she's feeling him, including their sex scenes, way after the messages. So saying he did this over being exposed is far from the truth." And the sickest part of it all, Ricky mourned along with friends after they found out the tragic news. A close friend of all 3 victims said, "Some of us are not okay because Ricky called us all day about how messed up he was that someone did this to her. Some of us are not okay because we were convinced and felt bad that he was being accused and listened to him cry to us as we cried with him. Some of us are not okay because we talked to him seconds before he himself. Some of us witnessed the gun up to his head. Some of us saw the letters. Some of us tried to stop him. Some of us called for help. Some of us truly felt in our hearts that he was innocent because we loved him and never seen any signs. So before you think we're wrong for feeling how we feel, we're mentally messed up as well. Not because we will ever justify his actions or because we think what he did was okay, because that was some crazy stuff he did. Furthermore, I'm messed up to find out that he did this to JoJo, who was my homegirl. Rest in peace, V. I went from posting them to consoling Rick and having guilt all in the same day. Yes, it's a lot for me to take in, and yes, I'm praying for everyone involved, all sides, family and friends.
We talk every day for hours, not missing a single day. My heart is broken for my little sister, my only sister.
Joshana Williams searching for the courage
My big sister.
to tell reporters about her little sister just 8 days after she was killed.
She did not deserve this. Her daughter Vita did not deserve this. Her life was cut short when she had so much to live for.
32-year-old Jerice Williams and 35-year-old Laverta Robinson were shot and killed at the 1100 apartments on April 10th, according to the Sacramento County Sheriff's Office.
What happened here last week is a tragedy. It was not just an average shooting. It was a savage shooting.
That suspected gunman tracked Arden Fair Mall around noon the very next day. Left without answers, the Williams family is struck again by grief.
Sacramento is in a state of an emergency right now when it comes to gun violence. It should not be able to affect the families on the level in which it is affecting these family members standing right here.
Williams, the younger sister of 38-year-old Sergio Harris, one of 6 killed in the April 2022 deadly shootout on K Street in downtown Sacramento. Bullets ripping brother and sister away from their family just 2 years apart.
This is something that's going to live on with this family throughout a lifetime. That will never go away.
My sister was a great mother to her only daughter. Although we have to continue to live this nightmare without my sister, her legacy will live on forever through Vita. JoJo will never be forgotten.
V. Robinson was laid to rest on April 26 at the Camellia Memorial Lawn in Sacramento, California. JoJo Williams was laid to rest the very next day. As of now, investigators are still piecing together the events leading up to the shooting. The motive behind the attack remains unclear, and authorities are working diligently to uncover any possible connections or reasons for the tragic incident. Rest in peace to both victims.